As of 2024, the top 5 mobile phones often highlighted for their performance features and popularity include 1. Apple iPhone 15 Pro Max, known for its advanced camera system, powerful A17 chip, and seamless integration with the Apple ecosystem. The iPhone 15 Pro Max display has rounded corners that follow a beautiful curved design, and these corners are within a standard rectangle. When measured as a standard rectangular shape, the screen is 6.69 inches diagonally. Actual viewable area is less. Dynamic Island, always-on display, promotion technology with adaptive refresh rates up to 120 Hz, HDR display. True Tone, white color P3, haptic touch. iPhone 15 Pro Max, Pro camera system. 48MP main, 24mm f1.78 aperture, second generation sensor shift optical image stabilization, 100% focus pixels, support for super high resolution photos 24MP and 48MP. -1MP ultra wide, 13mm f2.2 aperture and 120 field of view, 100% focus pixels. 12MP to X telephoto enabled by quad pixel sensor, 48mm f1.78 aperture, second generation sensor shift optical image stabilization, 100% focus pixels. TWALV-MP5X telephoto, 120mm f2.8 aperture, 3D sensor shift optical image stabilization and autofocus, tetraprism design. 5x optical zoom in, 2x optical zoom out, 10x optical zoom range, digital zoom up to 25x. 2. Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Display type, dynamic AMOLED to X, size 6.8 inches, resolution 1440 by 3088 pixels. Display colors, 16M, pixel density. 501 pi density, touchscreen. Yes, features, 120 Hz, HDR10+, 1750 nits peak. Hardware CPU octa-core 1 by 3.36 GHz Cortex-X3 Plus 2 by 2.8 GHz Cortex-A715 Plus 2 by 2.8 GHz Cortex-A710 Plus 3 by 2.0 GHz Cortex-A510. GPU Adreno 740 RAM memory 8 GB, 12 GB internal storage 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB. 1 TB memory card slot, no sensors, ultrasonic under-display fingerprint, accelerometer, gyro, proximity, compass, barometer. Samsung DeX, Samsung Wireless DeX desktop experience support, ultra-wideband UWB support, Bixby natural language commands and dictation. Samsung Pay Visa, MasterCard certified. Software, operating system, Android 13, user interface. One UI 5, camera, rear camera, 200MP wide plus 10MP periscope telephoto plus 10MP telephoto plus 12MP ultrawide, image, 432p video, 8K at 2.4/30 FPS, 4K at 3060 FPS, 1080p at 3060 240 FPS, 720p at 960 fps, flash, LED flash, front camera, 12MP wide, network, SIM, nano SIM, dual SIM, yes. Connectivity, Wi-Fi 802.11a BG, NEC 6E, tri-band, Wi-Fi Direct, USB, Type-C 3.2, OTG, GPS, GLONASS, BDS, Galileo, NFC, yes. Wireless charging, no. Headphone jack, no. Battery capacity. LiPo 5000 mAh plus 45 West wired, PD 3.0 plus 15 West wireless chat PMA plus 4, 5 West reverse wireless, placement, non-removable. 3. Google Pixel 8 Pro. With the Pixel 8 Pro, Google has finally delivered the no-compromises Android alternative to the iPhone that it has always promised. As important, this phone eliminates all the issues I experienced with its otherwise excellent immediate predecessors, the Pixel 6 Pro and Pixel 7 Pro. Design. Though the current Pixel design language remains controversial in some circles, I love that it is attractive, practical, and distinctive. Thanks to its body-wide camera bar, the Pixel 8 Pro looks nothing like other smartphones, and it sits flat on tables and other surfaces without the wobble caused by the offset camera array used by other device makers. This design has also improved in subtle but important ways since it debuted with the Pixel 6 Pro. The Pixel 7 Pro replaced the plastic camera bar of its predecessor with a more premium and durable metal rendition. And now the Pixel 8 Pro puts each of the lenses inside the same oval black cutout, giving it an even cleaner visual style. That said, I like the island-style camera bar Google used on the Pixel Fold even more and would like to see something similar on the Pixel 9 Pro. Display. Like its predecessors, the Pixel 8 Pro features a 6.7-inch, high-resolution OLED display panel with a tall and thin aspect ratio, high refresh rate capabilities, and punchy colors and deep blacks. But there are differences, both major and minor, and they collectively deliver the Pixel upgrade I've been waiting on for years. This display is perfectly flat and lacks the error and glare-inducing curved sides that undermined previous models. The name is terrible, but the display is terrific. Because of a negligible aspect ratio change from 19.5 to 9 to 20 to 9, the Pixel 8 Pro's 1340 by 2990 to native display resolution is a tiny bit lower than the 1440 by 3120 found on its predecessors, with a corresponding dig in pixel density from 512 ppi to 489. I can't imagine anyone would notice a difference. The lack of curved edges is far more obvious, but as with previous Pixels, I've left the Pixel 8 Pro configured with the default high-resolution 1008 by 2240 rather than the native full resolution, as it looks fine and should help with battery life. Like its predecessors, the Pixel 8 Pro uses a dynamic adaptive refresh rate, and instead of just toggling between the standard 60 Hz rate to 120 Hz for some content as needed, it smoothly transitions from as low as 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz as needed for the first time. High-resolution 1008 by 2240 rather than the native full resolution, as it looks fine and should help with battery life. Like its predecessors, the Pixel 8 Pro uses a dynamic adaptive refresh rate, and instead of just toggling between the standard 60 Hz rate to 120 Hz for some content as needed, it smoothly transitions from as low as 1 Hz all the way up to 120 Hz as needed for the first time.
For OnePlus 11. Dimensions. Height, 163.1 mm, width, 74.1 mm, thickness, 8.53 mm, weight, 205 g. Display. Size, 6.7 inch, measured diagonally from corner to corner. Resolution, 3216 by 1440, QHD+, 525 ppi. Aspect ratio, 20.1 to 9. Refresh rate, 1 to 120 Hz dynamic. Type, 120 Hz Super Fluid AMOLED with LTPO. Touch response rate, up to 1000 Hz, support sRGB, display P3, 10-bit color depth. Cover glass, Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. Performance. Operating system, Oxygen OS 13.0 based on Android 13. CPU, Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform. 5G chipset, X70. GPU, Adreno 740. RAM, 8GB per 16GB LPDDR5X. Storage, 128 GB UFS 3.1/256 GB UFS 4.0. Battery, 5000 mAh, dual cell 2500 mAh, non-removable. SuperVoke 100W. Vibration, haptic motor. Available configurations, 8 GB plus 128 GB / 16 GB plus 256 GB. Camera. Main camera. Sensor, Sony IMX890. Sensor size, 1/1.56. Megapixels, 50. Pixel size, 1.0 m. Lens quantity, 6p. Optical image stabilization, yes. Electronic image stabilization, yes. Focal length, 24 mm equivalent. Aperture, f/1.8. Field of view, 84 degrees. Autofocus, yes. Ultra-wide camera. Sensor, Sony IMX581. Sensor size, 1/2 inch. Megapixels, 48. Lens quantity, 6p. Aperture, f/2.2. Field of view, 115 degrees. Autofocus, yes. Portrait telecamera. Sensor, Sony IMX709. Sensor size, 1/2.74. Megapixels, 32. Optical zoom, 2x. Lens quantity, 6p. Aperture, f/2.0. Field of view, 49 degrees. Autofocus, yes. 5. Xiaomi 13 Pro. Design. Type. Bore. Dimensions. 162.9 by 74.6 by 8.4 mm. Weight. 210 grams. Waterproof. IP68 dust/water resistant, up to 1.5 m for 30 minutes. Display. Display type. LTPO-OLED. Size. 6.73 inches. Resolution. 1440 by 3200 pixels. Display colors. 1B colors. Pixel density. 522 ppi. Touch screen. Yes. Display protection. Corning Gorilla Glass Victus. Features. 120 Hz, Dolby Vision, HDR10+, 1200 nits, HBM, 1900 nits, peak. Hardware. CPU. Octa-core, 1 by 3.2 GHz Cortex-X3 plus 2 by 2.8 GHz Cortex-A715 plus 2 by 2.8 GHz Cortex-A710 plus 3 by 2.0 GHz Cortex-A510. GPU. Adreno 740. RAM, memory. 8 GB, 12 GB. Internal storage. 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB. Memory card slot. No. Sensors. Under display, optical fingerprint, accelerometer, proximity, gyro, compass, barometer, color spectrum. Operating system. Android 13. User interface. MIUI 14. Camera. Rear camera. 50.3 MP, wide, plus 50 MP, telephoto, plus 50 MP, ultra-wide. Image. 4320p video. 8K at 24 fps, HDR, 4K at 3060 fps. Flash. Yes. Front camera. 32 MP, wide. Network. SIM. Nano SIM. Dual SIM. Yes. Connectivity. Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi 802.11a/b/g/n/ac/6e, dual band, Wi-Fi direct. USB. Type-C 2.0. GPS L1 plus L5, GLONASS, G1, BDS, B1I plus B1C plus B2A, Galileo, E1 plus E5A, QZSS, L1 plus L5, NavIC, L5. NFC. Yes. Wireless charging. Yes. Headphone jack. No. Battery. Capacity. LiPo 4820 mAh battery plus 120W wired plus 50W wireless plus 10W reverse wireless. Placement. Non-removable. Media. Video playback. Yes. Video out. Yes. FM radio. No. Ringtones. Yes. Loudspeaker. Yes. Hands-free. Yes. Data. 4G LTE. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 17, 18, 19, 26, 34, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 5G NR bands. 1, 3, 5, 8, 28, 38, 40, 41, 77, 78, 79 SA/NSA. Speed. HSPA, LTE, 5G.